Hello, everyone. Yo, what's happening, y'all? 1980s in full effect up here. I don't know if y'all can see the blouse. I had to find this in the women's section, by the way. And, to get pants high enough, I had to go to the ladies as well. So I hope you're appreciating the outfit. I also have my prom queen over there, Lisa Gore. I want to salute her. And my son, Jude Gore. Hey y'all, I am Hayden Gore. I am a 6th grade humanities teacher, and I am proudly the president of the HTEC Education Collective. If you don't know a little bit about our story, let me tell you, there's a book by Yuval Noah Harari. If you haven't read it, it's called Sapiens. It's a big book, but it has a very simple thesis. And it says, basically, that perhaps one of the things that makes us most competitive as a species is our ability to create fictional realities and believe in them. And for about 21 years at HTEC High, we believed in a fictional reality that said that at-will employment, where we could be fired at any time, without cause or without notice, somehow made us better educators. Have y'all heard this story before? That if we were working under the threat of at-will employment, we would show up every day to fight for our jobs. That somehow would make us sharper, more innovative, and keep us from being complacent. And that mythology held true for us for over 2 decades. But it ended. And it ended during the pandemic and the fight for racial justice in the wake of the murders of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. When this country rose up in opposition to systems of white supremacy. When our schools, when our CEOs started to make decisions about our health, our safety, and our livelihood, and never once thought that they should have a teacher at the decision-making table. Never once thought that they should consult the people who would be affected by the policies that they were making. And that's when we started to create our own story. Their fictional reality broke down, and we began to create our story. And that was one story that was based in the dreams and the aspirations of the teachers and of our community and of our staff for more dignified working conditions. Because after all, our working conditions are our children's learning conditions. So if we want just outcomes for our children and for our community, we better darn well start working for justice in our workplace. Is that not true? So as a group of self-actualized educators, we came together and we said, you know what? If we're going to dismantle systems of white supremacy in our classroom, and we're going to really self-reflect and look at our hierarchies and start to democratize for the good of our students, we better look at the way our workplace is organized, and we better start dismantling that ourselves. So in April of 2021, we organized the first ever union at HTEC High. And I'm going to tell you, we did it under the challenges of the pandemic. When we were all sitting at home, more isolated than we'd ever been in our lives before, when society seemed to be breaking down around us, we got on the telephone, we got on the Zoom, and we started talking to each other. Hey, there's this idea of a union going around. Will you join? And I want to tell you that when we decided to launch our petition, we had supermajority support within 4 days. We announced our presence to our community in an act of reckless courage. Reckless courage because we were all working under at-will at the time, and we could, all of us, have lost our jobs. But once we had formulated our own story, once we got together as a collective and started to build our own reality, one based on dignity, one based on justice, one based on fairness, transparency, and accountability for our institution. We took on a powerful narrative that could not have been broken. And that was the wave that carried us through for an entire year as we fought for a fair contract. And today I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the San Diego Labor Council. I want to thank you all siblings, union siblings, for offering us your example, your solidarity, your encouragement. Woo! Because I'm going to tell you, it was a hard road to hoe. It really was. But we felt your support, and that support carried us through. And in February 2nd, we achieved our first ever union contract for our 16 schools and over 400 certificated staff. Our classified staff is now unionized along with us. We represent over 700 humans at HTEC High, and we are now moving and mobilized to support our classified staff so that they can step out of the culture of fear and uncertainty that reigned at HTEC High and declare a new day of dignity for the work and labor that they do for our children and our community. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to the California Teachers Association for supporting us. Cheryl Coney, I want to thank you for guiding us and for your counsel as we were going through the organizing process. Anthony Saavedra, who was our bargaining guru. We couldn't have achieved what we did without him. I'll accept this award on behalf of all of our 700 plus union siblings at the HTEC Education Collective, and also a special shout out to Kyle and Lisa with the San Diego Education Association. Your solidarity was critical as well in our union fight. Thank you all very much. We really appreciate this award and your recognition.